How to promote your OnlyFans on Facebook. So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going over how you can use Facebook to promote your OnlyFans or Fansly business. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe down below, or at least just give the video a thumbs up, as it absolutely helps the channel so I can continue to make as much useful content for you guys as possible. And if you are looking to grow your OF, make sure you reach out to me on Instagram. That direct link is in the video description down below. I have so many services to help you grow: one-to-one coaching, promotional services, social media management. But if you are ready to take the plunge right now, then you are going to go enroll in the coaching course. There is so much information. It is newly launched. I spent weeks creating this course for you guys, and it is like having 10 coaching courses in one beautiful course. So make sure, if you are really ready to invest and treat this as a business, because let me tell you guys it is, then you are going to go down to the video description and go enroll in the course right now. So let's get into it. But before we do, I am getting over a cold, guys. So just bear with me when it comes to just my throat and, my energy level. But I'm still here for you guys. The grind does not stop. So let's get into it. So first things first, so many of my clients are always kind of worried about going on Facebook because they want to be anonymous. So the thing with Facebook is that it is super tracked, even more than I feel like IG and other platforms. So if you are trying to stay anonymous, there is specific tips that I will give you just in a little bit. But the biggest thing really is, if you are going to think that you can just make another account and you'll never be found, it does not work that way, guys. We are tracked with our devices, with our email addresses, with our, locations. So, and just even common interests that you may have with people you know. So you have to make sure that if you really want to be super anonymous, and if it's in your budget, you're going to have to sign up and make a new account with a completely new device and with a completely new email address. Now, even with that, because again, they track location on Facebook, you are still going to have to go and kind of block everybody that you know as well. Okay. Now, even if you don't have, money for a new device, but you want to create a new account, you can still do that. But you then manually have to go and block not just everyone you know, but even acquaintances that you may know, PTA members, like whoever it could possibly be, if you want to be anonymous. Now, one step after that is obviously not showing your face on these pages. Now, I have specific videos about how to be strictly anonymous, so I'm not going to dive that deep into it for the viewers that don't care about being anonymous. So you're always going to check what videos I have up here on the tags that are linked to each video that pertains to more information that you would need to know, okay? But please just keep that in mind, is that if you want to be anonymous, you either need a brand new device and email address, or you're going to have to manually go and block everybody on your new account. Just because you create a new account, it doesn't mean that, okay, great, now I'm never going to be found. Absolutely not. Your family, friends, they will all be recommended this new account if you do not manually go and block them. So please keep that in mind. Now, with this new page, what I recommend that you do is not keep this page as a personal page, all right? You are going to convert your page into a creator's page or a fan page, okay? So make sure that when you are creating your new page, you can create it like that, but then you are going to go into the settings of Facebook and just switch it from a regular page to a creator page. I don't have to give a huge tutorial on this because it is really just super simple on how to do this. I understand that a lot of you may not be tech savvy, But seriously, guys, it takes a quick Google search for anything, right? I have so many people that reach out to me on Instagram, and yes, I will respond to everybody, but some of the questions are so simple that all it takes is just literally a quick Google search for things, and you will get all of your answers. So with that being said, I'm not going to give a huge tutorial on this because it is super simple to just switch it to a creator page. All right. And with that, then you can now put your third party link. So on FB, I have put both my direct OF link and a third party link, and I've had no issues with either, but for the sake that a lot of my clients still feel like they, want to keep it even more safe, you can use a third-party link. So what is a third-party link? Like Linktree or Beacon, those two are really great third-party links. The one thing I am going to say, and this is a very big piece of advice, guys, that I give to my one-to-one coaching clients, is that in that third-party link, you are not going to load up that third-party link with every single social platform and link and Amazon wish list and your Cash App and everything else, okay? This is a business. You need to treat it as such. And in business, I've been an online entrepreneur now for over 8 years. I've sold physical products, digital products. I'm doing coaching. So much stuff, okay? In sales and marketing, what we are basically creating is a sales funnel. You are basically creating a sales funnel, right? Because you are promoting yourself. That is the product. And then that link in bio is a funnel to get them to the end result, which is your OF or your Fanvue, and you want them to subscribe. So during that funnel to get to your page, you do not want any distractions to get them off of that funnel. So having your TikTok, your Twitter, your Instagram, your Threads, your Reddit, then, your YouTube, or again, your Cash App, having all of these other things in that link is only going to decrease your conversions and the chances of you getting those subscribers to your OF page. All right. So make sure that third party link is not just full with every other thing. If your main goal is to just get them to your OF or to your Fanvue, then you are just going to have your OF link or your Fanvue link in that third party link. That is it, guys. Okay. Now, when it comes to the page setup, you don't really have to overthink this too much. All right. Your profile picture, your banner picture, you cannot put anything spicy in the profile or banner picture, but something cute and enticing, very good quality, good lighting. Now, in the era that we are in the digital era that we are in, content matters. The quality of your content matters. So please stop with the grainy, pixelated, dark, dim, uncentered content. You have to make sure that you are looking at your content and then look at another one of maybe your favorite influencers and see the difference. It's very visible. It's not something that you're like, oh, well, I don't know. You can see the difference. Anyone can see the difference between good content and not very good content. And no, you don't need to go buy a crazy device. All of these smartphones now all have very good cameras. It's you, unfortunately, that is not utilizing proper lighting and things like that to make your content better. So please keep this in mind. Your bio doesn't have to be anything crazy either. The only thing that I always say, if you've watched any of my other videos, is having a good CTA. What is a CTA? A call to action, okay? This is the action that you want your followers to take. And what action is that? For them to click the link in the bio to go to your OF. So a simple one-liner is fine, which is click the link below to get my spicy content, or click the link below to get my exclusive content. Super simple. Now, when it comes to growing this page and getting yourself out in front of the right audience, there is a few things that you should really be doing. Now, just posting and not doing much more than that, and especially regular still pictures, is not going to really push you out that much. Right now, Reels is where it's at on literally every platform, okay? So what I always recommend to my clients is making sure that you are posting Reels every single day. Now, if you cannot post multiple Reels a day, because I understand it is a lot, right? You at least have to be consistent and you post one Reel per day. But the thing with Reels is that you want to make sure that obviously the content is enticing, but also you are utilizing audio that is sounds, right? That is going to get you in front of the correct audience. So a simple way, and something that I tell my one-to-one coaching clients, is find a model that isn't huge, right? She doesn't have like 1 million followers, someone that is between 20 to 50,000 followers, right? And you are going to start using the audios that she's starting to use. Now, please keep in mind, you aren't going to go back from like her old reels months ago and start using those audios. You want to use the audios that are the most recent because those are the ones that are the most trending, okay? Now, everyone does this on TikTok, on Instagram. Everyone follows trends. Everyone does the same challenges. So don't feel like you're copying because you're not. It's still you. You're still going to put your own twist on it. But the audio itself is when you are utilizing an audio that is trending by somebody that isn't such high competition, it is more likely and more probable that you will get into that algorithm as well, and you will be put in front of the same audience that she is being put in front of. So you now are getting yourself in front of a very large audience. So please, that is a huge secret tip that I tell all of my paid one-to-one coaching clients when they are promoting their OnlyFans or Fansly on Facebook, is this is a great way to really get your reels out there and start pushing yourself onto the algorithm. But outside of that is consistency, okay? So you can't post 2 to 3 reels a day. That's absolutely fine. But you need to be consistent every single day, posting one reel per day every single day, okay? You can't really take much breaks, especially in the beginning. With new accounts, they want to see that you are going to be a contributing member to the platform. So consistency is much more important than blasting the platform with 10 reels and then doing nothing for the next 28 days of the month, okay? So please keep that in mind. Another very big thing on Facebook is networking and getting yourself out manually in front of the correct audience. And this is something that I was utilizing years ago. And it's kind of something that I just like fell onto, where I was just in a bunch of Facebook groups that I was, just in there, and I was kind of just not even networking. I was really just part of the groups. I would post, I would comment on people's posts, my opinions and my thoughts on things. And it just so happened that obviously I was on OF at the time, and a lot of the male members in those Facebook groups would then go to my page, and I was getting a lot of subscribers on my OF that were coming from Facebook that weren't just acquaintances that I knew on Facebook. And lo and behold, I started asking, again, over 5 years ago, started asking my fans, and you should always be doing this, is asking your fans where they found you. This is vital information for you to know where your efforts are really being rewarded, right? Where is the fruits of your labor coming from? So I started asking my fans, hey, where did you find me? A lot of them were like, oh, I saw you on this Facebook group, and, or another person was like a Facebook group. So I realized the power that Facebook groups started having, and I started teaching it obviously to my clients and now to you guys. Now, please understand, with Facebook groups, this does not mean you are going to go into these Facebook groups and be super spammy and just posting, your NSFW content all over these, all in these groups, or plastering your OF link in these groups. Your going to be in these groups organically, okay? So what does that mean? Very naturally. You are going to be in these Facebook groups just as a regular contributing member, okay? So you can give your opinion, you can comment on a post, you can even make a post, but it's nothing going to pertain to your OF. But it is also why I say make sure that profile picture is very enticing and looks really good. Because when they see that you are responding, they see you in the comments, they see your post, and they see a really cute, enticing, nice lighting where they can actually see you profile picture, you're gonna pique some interest. You're gonna start enticing people. So make sure that you understand that you are going to be doing it more organically. But again, you're going to be enticing them with your profile picture, and just interacting on the platform also again shows that you're going to be a contributing member to the platform. So some of these Facebook groups that I recommend are kind of male focused Facebook groups. Okay. So maybe something about golf, something about cars, something about home construction, all right? Something about any type of sports. All of these Facebook groups are amazing groups to get into, to really get yourself in front of a large audience that is going to be interested in somebody like you, right? A female that is very enticing. So again, even if you don't have, let's say, the most knowledge in all of these things, you don't necessarily need to. Again, going back to that Google thing, you can always Google, you know, conversation openers for people who like sports, conversation openers for people who are into cars, right? So these are all little things that in the beginning of a lot of you, and I did too in the beginning, I didn't really think of, but it is things that are just so useful and at your fingertips, and something that you can do so easily, and it actually will bring you a good reward, I guess is the good word that I'm saying. I'm starting to lose my voice and my energy a little bit, guys. Thank you so much for staying with me up until this point. But the information on the video is exactly what you need, regardless of how I feel. So make sure that you do that. You don't have to overthink it. Says, oh, I don't know anything about cars. I don't know anything about home construction. It doesn't matter. It's just to kind of get yourself in front of, the audience, the members, and then just again, that organic, more natural interactions that you're going to have on these pages. All right. So please do not sleep on Facebook groups, because this is really where it's at, where you can show that you are a real person, right? You're interacting with these people. You're kind of bridging the gap between you and so many people, right? Because a lot of these Facebook groups have 50,000 members, 100,000 members, 200,000 members. So you are getting yourself in front of all of these members, depending obviously on your interaction. And again, you're not posting pictures of yourself. If you post in these groups, it's going to be something that pertains to those groups. All right. So I really hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, comment down below. If you want any services to grow your OF, reach out to me on IG. But if you are ready to take the plunge to grow your business right this second, then you need to get into the coaching course. Stop sleeping on it. You need to invest in your business to grow your business. It is literally the only way to make real money, is by learning the real tools of the trade. I hope this was helpful. Until next time.